Alright, so I'm here to talk about my third week at Yes Philly. So far I'm learning a lot about the students. I'm really enjoying the placement. I'm really happy to be there. So it's been a great experience so far, and it's only been the third week. So right now we have a clear idea on the topics and who we're in the group with. So I'm working with the individual because she didn't really work well with the students. She just preferred to work alone. She said she get more work done. She's more productive. So I volunteered to work with the student. So our topic is police brutality, and we want to create a presentation. So in our presentation, we want to talk about the known figures that has been on the news, such as Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, but we also want to educate students on those names that was just washed away and just never made the news for some reason, and we're researching on why have these people, like why don't anyone know about these people, but they know about the common names such as Trayvon Martin. So we were hoping to interview a police officer because the timing is so short, and just because we're winding down to the at the end, we might not have time. If not, we hope to interview a security guard just because a security guard has authority. So just interviewing him on how people that have authority can sometimes abuse their power and just his opinion. If that doesn't work, we also have a plan C. We just plan on interviewing students in the classroom. Just asking them if they experience police brutality, or just their experience, or just their not experience, their general outlook on the issue and what steps they think need to be taken for a change. So the third week, we're getting into completing this project. We're starting the project. So we have our idea there. So we're conducting the research. We're getting the interviews, the questions. So I'm excited to see the finished project. So during my third week, I am learning how to keep the students on track. Well, my student per se, since I'm working one-on-one with a student. So sometimes students from different programs, there are several different programs in the building, and just a lot of classes and everything going around. Sometimes students would just barge in the class, let's go to the student that I'm working with or someone else is working with. So I'm learning how to keep her on track. So I would say things like, this is more important, let's focus on this, you can see your friends later. So I think all the Westchester students will agree with me, and by saying that sometimes it is hard keeping the students on track because it's like their friends and like other programs going on. They often want to just leave. They don't want to be like, sometimes they're just distracted. So that's one thing I'm learning how to do. It's not horrible, but it's a small problem. What else am I really learning? I'm still learning names. I know most of them. I'm learning more about the one girl that I'm working with. She's really intelligent. She's cool. I really like working with her. So yeah. So right now we're just learning to work together and getting ready to complete this media project. So during the end of the class, the students, well, the groups, they had a chance to propose their projects to the teacher, Mr. Moore. I was surprised on many of the projects they were really good in my opinion. Like, I'm not sure if I would have thought of it, but they were like out of the box, I think. So, excuse me. So the domestic violence group, they're creating a website, and the in the website there will be yellow flags and red flags. The flags would just help someone notify, like just help someone who think their cousin, brother, or just relative or friend is getting abused. It'll be signs, so just to help them navigate and who to call, the hotline, and what to do, and just a lot of information about that. So that's for domestic violence. Immigrants, they want to build awareness by creating a brochure that they plan on handing out on the streets of North Philly. So I think that's important because most people think they know about immigrants and human trafficking. That's their topic. Many people think they know about human trafficking, but they really don't know. They think it just happens in third world countries, but it happens in the United States as well. My group, which is domestic violence, we're doing a presentation. So in our presentation, like I stated before, we want to educate the students on some of those names that was affected by police brutality, but it didn't make it to the news. So we want to figure out why, and just want to educate people. So, because most people they know what it is, they know the common names, but let's talk about the names that no one knows about. And why aren't these stories being covered by ABC or whatever news? The other group, Safety in the Neighborhoods, they plan on interviewing students that come from different areas of Philly. So they have a student from South Philly, Southwest, North Philly, so all the different regions. And they just want to get their perspective on living there and what changes they think should be made. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Someone that's not from Philly can get a feel on just the different areas and what goes on. So I'm excited about this. I'm really excited to see these projects just come together, the ideas, the videos. The time is a little short. However, with technology and Gmail and sharing documents, I have faith that most of the projects will be done, and I really can't wait to the end of the program and just see these projects, because I really have a lot of faith in them, and I know they're going to be great. I know the students are really going to step up to the plate, and I know they're going to get their work done. So 2 more weeks, we should have a finished project. So during my last visit at Yes Philly, we also helped the students research credible websites. I was kind of surprised that students, they didn't know how to investigate credible websites versus the websites that's not credible. They didn't really know how to just separate the two. So I helped I helped her find articles and just how to detect what's credible and just what's not, because that's an important part of this presentation, because it does include research, and I was explaining to her, you don't want your research to come from anywhere. You do want the research to be correct and up to date, and you want to be just knowledgeable on the topic. So we did that also on Tuesday, so that was pretty cool. Just helping her just learn, because I definitely learned something new about how to research. So hopefully it's something that she'll take with her, and she'll know how to just conduct proper research without using Wiki. So